Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our lesson, we will begin with reciting surah. The first one will be Surah Al-Fatihah, Surah Taha ayat 1 hingga 5, Surah Al-Insyirah, Surah Al-Kafirun, and then Surah Al-Ikhlas by 3 times. After that, followed by selawat ke atas Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk memenuhi perintah Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk memenuhi hak Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kita niatkan selawat kita ni untuk mendapat syafaat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam di akhirat kelak. Dan kita niatkan segala bacaan surah dan selawat kita ni untuk kedua orang tua, keluarga dan seluruh umat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kemudian doa sebelum belajar, semoga dengan usaha ini akan membantu pelajar agar mudah memahami dan dibukakan hati para pelajar untuk mencintai ilmu. Okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى تنزيلا ممن خلق الأرض والسماوات العلى الرحمن على العرش استوى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد. 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 محمد اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل 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 محمد
Doa sebelum belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma ftah alaina hikmataka wanshur alaina min hazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, bukakanlah ke atas kami hikmat-hikmat-Mu dan limpahilah ke atas kami khazanah rahmat-Mu, wahai yang maha pemurah lagi maha penyayang.
Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ya Rabbku, lapangkanlah untukku dadaku dan mudahkanlah untukku urusanku, dan lepaskanlah kekakuan dari lidahku, supaya mereka mengerti perkataanku.
Amin.
Amin, 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 ya Rabbal Alamin. In this session, we will discuss about two topics. The first one, it's about perimeter and area of plan figures, which includes square, rectangle, triangle, parallelogram, trapezium, and also rhombus. And the second one, perimeter and area of polygon. Now, let's start with perimeter and area of plan figures. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, students should be able to solve problems that involve calculating the perimeter and area of plan figures, which includes rectangle, square, triangles, parallelogram, rhombus, and also trapezium. And our S2S, our step to success. The first one, recall formula to find the area of plan figures. You should know the formula for each of the plan figures. The second one, add all sides to find the perimeter. And the last one, interpret and solve problems relate to area and perimeter of plan figures. Can you please copy this down in your notes for the S2S, the step to success? Copy it down in your notes. Okay, let's begin with perimeter and area of square and rectangles. So can you please get ready with your notes page 77 until 79 and also worksheet page 74 until 76. In this slide, it will show you about the formula to find the perimeter and area of square and rectangle. Okay, and square and rectangle actually you already learned during your primary level. Even the other plan figures, you should know the formula to find the area and also how to find the perimeter actually, because all of them you already learned during your primary level. Okay, so and here we just recall the perimeter for square, we add them all. So if here the length is x, so x plus x plus x plus x will give you 4x, and area for square is x square. Perimeter for rectangle, we add all of these sides, right? And the area will be length time breadth. Now let's try example 1. I give you 1 minute from now. Here is about the perimeter. You are given the perimeter of a square is 20 centimeter. So for part A, you need to find the length of each of its side. And the second one, you need to find the area of the square. Okay. For part A, you need to find out the length of each side. So perimeter is given 20. So 20 divided by 4 equal to 5 centimeter. Why divide by 4? Because all sides are equal. Okay, so the answer is 5 centimeter. The area of the square, once you know the length for one side, so you can proceed with finding the area of the square. So by applying the formula A equal to L square, so 5 times 5 or 5 square equal to 25 square centimeter. Therefore, the final answer is 25 square centimeter. Next, example 2. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now you're given the area equal to 60 square centimeter, and you're given the length is 12 meter. So before we proceed to find the perimeter, we need to know the breadth first. Okay, so you can use the information given here. By applying the area, you should get the breadth. Okay, so substitute A equal to 60, L equal to 12, and B remain as unknown. Okay, so we remove that 12 from B side. Therefore, 60 divided by 12, and the answer is 5 meter. But that is not yet final because you are asked to find the perimeter. Therefore, the perimeter will be P equal to 12 times 2 and 5 times 2, or 5 plus 12 plus 5 plus 12, right? So you should get 24 plus 10, and your final answer is 34 meter. Okay, I repeat myself. The final answer is 34 meter. Now, example 3, I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now the diagram shows a square with perimeter of 20. Therefore, each side is 5. And when we rearrange all 5s into the square here, so we fit all the 5 and we focus with the area, and here we have 5 twice, so 10. Here 5 repeated 4 times, therefore it is 20. And let's recall the formula to find area of rectangle: length times breadth, and the answer is 20 times 10. Therefore, the answer is 200 square centimeter. The final answer is 200 square centimeter. Okay, we move to example 4. So I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now three congruent rectangles. Congruence means same. Okay, three congruent rectangles are placed together to make the shape below. Find the perimeter and we focus with the length. So here will be 11 and here will be 4 and 11. So here is 4, here is 11, 4, 11, 7 and 7 here. Okay, how we know that 7? 11 minus 4, which give you 7. Once you know all of the sides and we add them all, so P equal to 11 plus 4 plus 11 plus 4 plus 11 plus 4 plus 11 plus 7 plus 7 plus 4, and you should get 74 centimeter. Example 5, and I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now a rectangle has an area of 30 square centimeter. Write down the length and width of three rectangles with an area of 30 square centimeter. And we recall the area of rectangle is length times breadth. And attention, length must be length must be longer than width. Width is breadth, okay? And the first one, we can take 6 and 5. The length is 6 and the width is 5. For rectangle 2, we take 10 and 3. 10 is the length and width is 3. And rectangle 3, we take 15 times 2, 15 and 2. So 15 is the length and 2 is your width. Okay, so these are the three lengths and breadth for the three rectangles. And bear in mind the length must be longer than the width. Example 6. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now design is made from some identical rectangles and identical square. Identical means equal, same rectangle and same square. Each rectangle is twice as long as each square. Okay, the perimeter of each square is 22 centimeter. Calculate the perimeter of the design. Okay, we are given that the perimeter of each square is 22 centimeter. So 22 centimeter you divide by 4, you should get 5.5. That is how you got 5.5 here. And then how we get this 11? Each rectangle is twice as long as each square, so 5.5 times 2. Okay, 5.5 times 2, which is 11. Once you know the lengths, we write down the lengths here so that it can avoid you from miss any of the calculation. Okay, once we know the lengths, we proceed with the perimeter, the final step. And perimeter equal to 5.5 times 8, because we have 8 5.5, plus 11 times 4. Why? Because we have 11 4 times. Okay, and you should get 44 plus 44, and the final answer is 88 centimeter. Now, example 7. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now the length of a rectangular field is 60 meters greater than the width of the field. The field has a length of 310 meters. Find the perimeter of the field. Okay, so you can draw a rectangle here, and the length is 310, and the width is 6. The width is you need to subtract 60 from the length. Why? The length of a rectangle is 60 meter greater. So when we going to find the width, we need to subtract that 60, and the width is 250. And the question asks you about perimeter. Circle the keywords. Okay, circle all the keywords like this. Okay, and then and remember here, this is not 60 meter. Width is not the 60 meter. Here means the length is 60 meter greater. Okay, greater than the width. Okay, so 60 is not the width. Remember that one. So be careful. And then we proceed with the final step. Perimeter equal to 310 times 2 plus 250 times 2. You should get 620 plus 500, and the final answer is 1120 meter. Example 8. I give you 1 minute first to try. Okay, now the perimeter of the rectangle and the square are the same. The perimeter for both of this rectangle and square are same. Okay, find the width of the rectangle x. And if you look at this rectangle, you will not get any hints at all because the width here is missing. So you cannot proceed with the perimeter. But if you look at this square, your length is given here at 11, and you know that for square, all sides are equal. For square, all sides are equal. So 11 times 4, you should get 44. And once you know the perimeter here is 44, and the perimeter for this rectangle also 44. So you have one unknown left. So you can proceed with the final steps. Okay. So from here, right? P equal to 15 plus x. So we substitute that 44 here. 44 equal to 30 plus 2x. We remove that 30 from the 2x. So 2x equal to 44 minus 30. You should know by now why here is minus 30. And once you know the answer, proceed with the next one. 2x equal to 14, and we want x, not 2x. Therefore, we need to remove that 2 here. And how to remove? We divide both sides by 2, and the answer is 7. Therefore, the width of the rectangle, the x here, the width here is 7 centimeter. Now we move to perimeter and area of triangle. So can you please get ready with your notes, page 80 until 82, and your worksheet, page 77 until 78. In this slide, it shows you the formula to find the perimeter and area of triangle. And here is stated 4 different types of triangle. The first one is scalene triangle. For scalene triangle, all sides are different and all angles are different. Angle here, right? For equilateral triangle, all sides are equal and all angles are equal. For isosceles triangle, both of these sides are equal and the base is different. Okay. And then for right angle triangle, all sides are different. Okay. Therefore, the perimeter for the first one, scalene triangle, A plus B plus C. For equilateral triangle, you can directly times S 3 times. Okay. So 3S. For isosceles, you can do like this, A plus 2B, because we have 2B here, or A plus B plus B. It's depend on you. Right angle triangle, perimeter equal to A plus B plus C. And for all of these triangles, they uh, they have one formula for area. Okay, and the area is half time base time height. I repeat myself. The area to find the triangle, the formula is area equal to half time base time height. And height here, we focus with the perpendicular height. Perpendicular height means the L shape like this. Okay, so that is the height that we want for this formula. Example 9. Okay, I will give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now an isosceles triangle has a perimeter of 73 centimeter. An equilateral triangle has a perimeter of 51 centimeter, and the triangles are put together to make a kite. Work out the perimeter of the kite. So for part A, for diagram A, it is a isosceles, so both sides here are equal and the base is different. And for part B, it is equilateral triangle, so all sides are equal. Therefore, we can just simply divide 51 by 3. 51 divided by 3, and all sides are 17. And then, how are we going to figure out the length for this isosceles triangle? Okay, the first hint is perimeter is given, which is 73. And if you refer to this guide, the base here, the base of this A attached to the base of this B. That means the base of here, the A here, should be also 17. Okay, and then how to get the length? You use the perimeter, so 73 minus 17 and then divide by 2 because we have two sides here and each of them is 28. Alright, so we have all the sides already. We proceed with the final step. Perimeter of the kite will be 28 times 2 plus 17 times 2 and then your next step is 56 plus 34 and then the final answer is 90 centimeter. Example 10. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now shown is an equilateral triangle with side length of 8 centimeter. 6 of the triangles are put together to make a larger shape and then you need to find the perimeter of the larger shape. And here you are given the length is 8, so you just simply put the sides like this and then we have 6 sides, therefore perimeter equal to 8 bracket 6 and the answer is 48. Example 11. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now find the area and perimeter of the triangles. So first we find the area and the formula is half time base time height. Remember, we need the perpendicular height. Okay, so we need that 9. Yeah, this one. We need the height here, the 9. Okay, so half times 12 times 9 and the answer is 54 square centimeter. And then for perimeter, we add all of the sides. So 10 plus 12 plus 12 and the answer is 34. Okay. Example 12. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now shown below is an equilateral triangle with sides length equal to 6. Find the perimeter of the triangle, and the hint here is equilateral triangle. So you circle the keywords. Always circle keywords, okay? Always circle keywords. And then all the sides must be equal, and all sides are 6. Okay? So perimeter will be 6 times 3, and the final answer is 18 centimeters. Example 12b, I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now three equilateral triangles, each with side length 6 centimeters, are put together to make one larger shape like this. Okay, and Jeffrey says the perimeter of the larger shape will be 3 times the perimeter of one of the triangle. Okay, explain why Jeffrey is wrong. Now, we know that the sides are 6, okay, and if you figure out the perimeter of the larger shape, it will be 6 times with 5, because we have 5 sides here, and the answer is 30. Okay, and then for finding the perimeter of this larger shape, we will exclude the one with x here. Okay, we will exclude the sides with the x here, and then Uh, from here you can conclude that it is impossible for the perimeter of the larger shape 3 times the perimeter of one of the triangle. Okay, from here you can conclude that it is impossible for this larger shape 3 times larger than the one of the triangle. Okay, and if you still not sure, you can try to figure out with this. You have the perimeter for one triangle just now is 18, correct? So if you multiply by 3, you will get 54. Okay, from that it proves that Jeffrey is wrong. Okay, so in your notes, can you please copy this down? The first information, the perimeter of the larger shape is 30 centimeter. Okay, the sides marked with X are inside the larger shape. Therefore, we not include it in the calculations of the perimeter. Okay, so for this type of questions, any relevant answer will be accepted. Now, let's move to perimeter and area of parallelogram and rhombus. So, can you please get ready with your notes, page 82 until 84, and worksheet page 79 until 81. Okay, here will be the formula to find the perimeter and area for parallelogram. So, perimeter, as usual, you add all of the sides. Right? And for area equal to base time height, and we need this height, the perpendicular height here, not the slant height here. Okay, so area equal to base time height. Okay, and now for example 13, I will give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now work out the length of each short side. The perimeter of a parallelogram is given, which is 17. The length of each long side is 5 centimeter, which is this one. And then how to get the length of each short side. So I will put X for both of the length here because both of these lengths are equal and both of these lengths are equal. And then we make an equation. So P equal to X plus 5 plus 5. P equal to 17, and then you will get this. You should know by now y 2x equal to 17 minus 10 and 2x equal to 7 and x equal to 7 divided by 2 and 3.5 is the answer. Okay, therefore the length of each short side is 3.5 centimeter. Example 14. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, now area, we apply the formula base times perpendicular height, so 20 times 8, and the answer is 160 square centimeter. Therefore, your final answer is 160 square centimeter. Next, example 15. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now the diagram shows parallelogram PQST with PQ equal to 14 here and PT equal to 30. The area of the parallelogram is given 360 square meter. R is a point on QS, and then such that PR is perpendicular to QS. Find the length of PR. So the missing one is this. So if you see here, the missing one is the perpendicular height. And here you can use the formula of area, okay, area of parallelogram to find this h. Okay, area is given 360, base is given 30, so it's simply like this. Okay, so please do not afraid if you see lengthy question like this in exam. Sometimes it is just more informative, but the way we solve it is very simple. Okay, so like this, and then we remove the 30, therefore h equal to 360 divided by 30, and the answer is 12. Simply like that. Okay, so the length of PR is 12. Next, example 16. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now find the area and perimeter of the parallelogram. So first we find the area, just apply the formula. So 5 times 6 and the answer is 30 square centimeter. And the perimeter, we add all the sides and 7 times 2 plus 5 times 2 and you will get 14 plus 10 and the answer is 24. In this slide, it shows you the area to find the perimeter and area of a rhombus. And you can see here different drawing for rhombus, right? And the basic formula to find the perimeter is 4 times A. For rhombus, all sides are equal. Okay, remember that one? For rhombus, all sides are equal. And for area, if you encounter this kind of shape and this kind of rhombus and the formula same like parallelogram, base time perpendicular height, so A times with H, okay, perpendicular height H, this one, okay. But if you encounter this kind of rhombus in exam, so you just simply multiply both of these diagonal line, okay, this length here, diagonal length here and the diagonal length here, you multiply both of them and divide by 2. Okay, so please remember this formula very well. Example 17. I give you 1 minute. Okay, now find the perimeter of the rhombus whose side length is 16. So you just simply multiply that 4 with that 16 and your answer is 64. Example 18. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now find the area of a rhombus having side of 12 meter and height is 16 meter. So here the question asks you about area and the perpendicular height is 16, which is given, and the base is 12. So for area, the formula is A times H, base times height, and it must be perpendicular height, and then 12 times 16, and you will get 192. Therefore, the final answer is 192. Example 16, 1 minute to try, so 1 minute from now. Okay, now if the perimeter is given 64, and then what is the length of each side? So A is missing here. I remove that 4 from A side here. So A equal to 64 divided by 4 and A equal to 16. Therefore, the final answer is 16. Example 20. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, the diagonal of a rhombus is 7.5 and 12 centimeter. Find its area. So once it mentioned diagonal, so it is about this one. Okay, so you apply the second formula, which is A equal to D1 times D2 equal D1 times D2 divided by 2. Okay, D1 means the first diagonal length and D2 is the second diagonal length. Okay, so 7.5 times 12 divided by 2. And your final answer is 45. Now, example 21. I give you 1 minute to try first. Okay, find the height of the rhombus whose area is 315 square centimeter and its perimeter is 180 centimeter. So you need to find the height of the rhombus. Okay, let's draw the rhombus here. So the area is 315 and the perimeter is 180, and you need to find out the height. Okay, so how are you going to do this? Okay, now step 1, find length. Please copy detail in your notes. Okay, when I stated here step 1, find length, so in your notes you should do the same thing. Okay, so step 1, find length, and you know that the properties for rhombus, all lengths are equal, correct? That is why knowing the properties is very important. All right, so for the side, the answer is 45. Once you know all the sides is 45 each, and you already know the base of the rhombus. Okay, now you can use the given area 315 by applying the formula. So area equal to A times H. We substitute 315 and also 45, and now you can see that only H is missing here. Okay, you can see that only H is missing here, so we remove that 45, and then you should get 315 divided by 45, and the answer is 7, and the height of this rhombus is 7. Now, let's move to the perimeter and area of trapezium. This will be the last part for perimeter and area of plan figures. Okay, so notes page 85 and your worksheet page 82 until 83. One tips for you to complete this topic. Once you complete the notes, after that you proceed with your worksheet. Okay, so once you complete your notes, proceed with your worksheet. With that, it will help you to focus with that uh, area and perimeter of that plan figure. Okay, so here this will be the last part for plan figure, perimeter and area of trapezium. Here are the different type of trapezium. The first one is scalene trapezium. The second one is right trapezium, and the last one is isosceles trapezium. Why it is very important for you to know the type of trapezium? It's for the perimeter. Okay, it's for the perimeter. For scalene trapezium, all sides are different, so you need to add all of different side here. Okay, so a plus x plus b plus y. Same like this right trapezium, a plus x plus b plus y. But for isosceles trapezium, the properties here mention that both of these sides are equal, and the opposite side here is different. Okay, so here we have two same value for each side here. And how to get the perimeter? A plus b plus x, but for area, all of these share the same formula, which is half times bracket a plus b times height. Okay, half times bracket a plus b times height. So please try to memorize the formula. Example 22. So I will give you 1 minute first to try. You just need to substitute the informations into the formula given. Okay. Okay. Now, first you write the formula half times bracket a plus b times height. So substitute a and b, which is 5 and 10, times with height, the perpendicular height. Okay, parallelogram or rhombus or trapezium, all of them they need perpendicular height. Remember that one. Okay, and then calculate the value. So you should get 37.5 square centimeter, and the final answer is 37.5. Example 23. I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now ABCD is a trapezium. AD is twice the length of AB. So when AB is x, so AD should be 2x. Okay, and then BC is 3 centimeter longer than AD, so 2x plus 3. DC is 19 centimeter longer than AB, so AB is x, so DC is x plus 19. Be careful with that. 19 centimeter longer mean plus. Once you have all this information and P is equal to 49, and we construct the equation here. So your perimeter is 49 equal to 6x plus 22. And then collecting like term 6x equal to 49 minus 22. You should know by now why 49 minus 22. And then you should get here 6x equal to 27. We want x. Okay, we want x. Why x? Because we going to find the value of AB, the length of AB. So x equal to 27 divided by 6, and the answer is 4.5. The final answer is 4.5. Now we move to perimeter and area of polygons. Poly mean many, so when we say polygons here, shape with many sides. Okay, shape with many sides. Different shape other than the basic shape that you learned previously in your plan figure. So, can you please get ready with your notes, page 86 until 87, and your worksheet, page 84 until 85. Learning objectives. Students should be able to solve problems that involve calculating the perimeter and area of polygon that can be split into rectangle and triangle. So here, although we use the word polygon, but we can split that polygon, the area of polygon, into rectangle and triangles. And our step to success: first, find value for all sides and add them all to find the perimeter of the polygon. Second, split the polygon into basic shape and apply the formula to find the area of respective shapes. Then add them all to get the area of the polygon. And the last one, interpret and solve problems that involve calculating the perimeter and area of the polygon. Please copy down these steps into your notes, even though it's a bit lengthy, but please do so. Okay, just copy it down in your notes. complete explanation. Example 24. For these questions, you need to calculate the area and perimeter of this polygon. And I'm sure you ever seen this kind of diagram in your previous year 6. And previously in year 6, we call it composite figure. But now, we call it polygon. Okay? We call it polygon. So, don't be afraid with that kind of name. Okay? The way you solve the area and perimeter still the same. It's just you need to recall, you need to split the polygon into basic shape. After that, you recall the formula. Okay? That will be the tips for you to solve polygon polygon. Okay? I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now we split the polygon into two basic shapes. So we can see here two rectangles. So I will label A and here is B. And here is 6 and here is 5. So the area for part A it is 3 and 5. So area of A equal to 5 times 3, which is 15 square meter. And then for part B it is with 6 and 10. Area of B 10 times 6, so 60 square meter. You add them, so area of floor plan equal to 15 plus 60, and the answer is 75 square meter. And the perimeter, we add all of the sides, so you have 6, we have 10, we have 11, we have 3, we have 5, and we have 7, and then the answer is 42. Example 25, I give you 1 minute to try. Okay, in the figure, D and E are squares and F is a right angle triangle. The areas of D and E are 16 square centimeter and 36 square centimeter respectively. Respectively mean masing-masing. So D is 16, E is 36, like that for respectively. Okay, so what is the area of F? Now, we make use the information given. So the area of D is 16 square centimeter, and to find length, square root 16 will give you 4. Okay, and the second one for square E, the area is 36 square centimeter. And to find length, square root 36 will give you 6. Okay, so here is 4 and here is 6. And then it's enough for you to find the area of F. Alright, so your final step, area of F will be half times base times height. So half times 6 times 4, and the answer is 12 square centimeter. The final answer for this question is 12 12 square centimeter. Okay. Example 26, I give you 1 minute to try. Okay. Work out the perimeter of the following polygons, and all sides are given, so it is easy. You just need to add them all. So perimeter equal to, don't forget to write the workings, okay? Although it is easy, although it is paper 2, still you need to write down the workings. So here perimeter equal to 4 plus 13 plus 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 13, and you should get 37, right? Now, the last example before we stop, example 27. I will give you 1 minute to try. Okay, now, shown is the plan of a small field. Here is the small field. Thomas is going to keep some chickens in the field. Each chicken needs 5 square meter space. Okay, so when we talk about space, we are talking about area. Work out the greatest number of chickens Thomas can keep in the field. So this is the field, and Thomas need to keep some chickens in this small field. Okay, so if we talk about space in real life, we are talking about area. Now let us split this small field into basic shape, and here we have a rectangle and also a trapezium, and then we figure out the value that we need for the calculation. Okay, for your rectangle here, we have enough information, 11 and 14, but for the trapezium, we miss the perpendicular height here. So from here, I label that trapezium as A and that rectangle as B, right? And then if here is 11, and the remaining will be 7, because from the top here until the bottom here, the total is 18 meter. Okay, now let us proceed with the calculations of area. Area of A, half times bracket A plus B times height, and then 14 plus 20 times with 7 will give you 119 square meter. And then for that rectangle, area of B, length times breadth, so 14 times 11, and you should get 154 square meter. So this is not yet final. You need to add both of this area to get the total area for that small field. Okay, total area of the field will be 119 plus with 154, and you will get 273. So this is the area for this field. And then for each chicken, we need space of 5 square meter. Okay. So to know to know the number of chicken that can fit into this field, we divide. Okay. To know the greatest number of chicken, we divide 273 divide with 5, and you will get decimal like this. Alright. Now this is not about round up or round down. If in real situation, real problems, in this case, we are not talking about round up or round down. Okay, we are talking about how many chicken that we need, that we able to fit into the field, correct? So if we have decimal, that means you need to stop up to the whole number without rounding up. Okay, so here we only can fits in 54 chicken only. If you round up, that means it will become 55, and it will become 55, which means the space is not enough for that one extra chicken. Okay, so I repeat myself, for real situation, for real problem, in this case, stop up to the whole number, and the answer is 54. Okay, 54 chickens that can fit into this small field. Okay, with that, we complete our topic about perimeter and area of plan figure and polygon. Don't forget to complete your notes, complete your worksheet. Okay, and we end our session by reciting doa. Thank you so much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Doa selepas belajar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma inni astaudi'uka ma 'allamtani fardudhu ilayya inda hajati ilaihi wala tansani ya rabbal alamin. Ya Allah, sesungguhnya aku menitipkan padamu ilmu-ilmu yang telah engkau ajarkan kepadaku, dan kembalikanlah kepadaku sewaktu aku memerlukannya kembali. Dan janganlah engkau lupakan aku kepada ilmu itu, wahai Tuhan yang memiliki semesta alam. Amin.